Okay, so let's talk about Google Keep. There is two different ways you can get to Google Keep. When you're in the Google search screen, like I am right now, you're going to want to make sure that you are logged into the Google account that you want to use Google Keep in. So to check and see which account you're logged into, you're going to want to look up here in the corner. Right now, this is one of my personal accounts. So to change accounts, if you have more than one, you just click on that icon or picture and you select the account that you want to use for whatever task you are about to complete. So for this one, because I don't have Google Keep set up on one of my personal accounts already, I'm going to switch to this one. So the first way that you can get to Google Keep is by clicking on the 9 boxes right here. So if you click on that, you're going to see some of the Google options that you can choose to work with. Google Keep is not shown on here, so you're going to click More at the bottom. It'll show you a few more options, still not there, so click Even More from Google at the bottom. You'll see a much larger menu here, so if you scroll down, you will find it down here towards the bottom. So here's Google Keep. If you click on the link, it brings you to the Google Keep add-on. The other way that you can get to it is by simply typing Google Keep into the Google search window and it will take you there. Again, you will want to make sure that you are in whatever Google account you're going to use Keep. So you could have one for your school account. You could have a separate Google Keep for your personal account. It's up to you how you want to set it up. So to use Google Keep, it's fairly simple and straightforward. You just start typing in the take a note window that automatically populates at the top. So you can title the note whatever you want. You can start making lists, just jotting some notes, and I'll do that here so you can see what it looks like. So if I'm going to make a to-do list, I'm going to click and it'll give me the option to give it a title. So for my title, I'm going to type to-do list, and then if you click below that, will allow you to start typing. So if I were to say drop off, cleaning, return, grocery shopping, and buy school supplies, you have a couple options then to work with on each individual note. So you can come down here to the 3 dots icon and it gives you the option to add checkboxes. So if you want to make this look more like a list, if you click show checkboxes, it puts little boxes in front of each item for you. You can also delete a note if you decide you don't want it. You can add a label. So if you add a label, you could mark this particular list personal, work. If there's a certain project you're working on, you might add a special label for that. Because as you add notes and have many notes, it would make finding it a lot easier, searching by the label. You can make a copy. You can hide the checkboxes if you decide you don't want those. And you can also copy this to a Google Doc, which you would then have on your Google Drive. Some other fun little things, you can change the color, which can be helpful sometimes too, as you, again, create several notes. It might make finding your note you're looking for more easily if it's color-coded. You can also add images, and you can also archive a note. So if you don't want to delete it if you don't need it anymore, but you want to keep it, you would archive it. And then the coolest feature that makes this a collaborative tool would be the share button. You can click that, and then it also offers you the opportunity to share it with another account that you have on Google. You can see one of my other personal accounts shown there, or you can just start typing in emails and it will share that note with whoever you enter. That way you can keep track of tasks that they've done, or they can just simply keep an eye on a project that you're working on if that's what you'd like to do. Okay, this last icon here is a remind option, so you can set it to remind you of certain tasks that you need to complete. Once you're done with that note, then you can click done, and then you can see that it becomes just like a post-it note on your screen here. If you were to create another note, if I made an actual grocery list here, and we'll make this one red. Click done. You can see that it drops it down. There's two different views. Right now, I kind of have it in, in the grid view. You can change it to a list view, so it's if you prefer that layout better and it's easier for you to work with, you can do that layout. Otherwise, it will go back to the default. All right, so then once you're done, to find this, it should now populate under your Google login. So whenever you touch those 9 boxes, it should show up there as Google. I highly recommend getting the app for your phone. As I said in the email, that's what I use probably the most. You can add to it at any time. You can check off the things on your list in Google Keep as you finish them. It just is a really helpful on-the-go kind of app, so you can make a note so you don't forget later. If you have any questions at all on how to use Google Keep, don't hesitate to ask, and I hope you find this useful.